is Front Porch, and this is my best friend Jess, and I just love her so much, and welcome to the Ariel Show.
Thank you. Thanks for coming to my porch.
Mm-hmm. Isn't this cute? I've been in Lynchburg visiting her all week. We've had a great time, and you guys saw Jess on the Ariel Show like 2-3 years ago. You changed your hair up, but you're
always.
Still, that's just what you do. You're still bright and amazing and beautiful as always, and we wanted to talk to you today about really finding true friends, because I feel like this is one case where we have pulled it off. Like, we've been friends for 5 or 6 years. Like, it's been consistent, amazing. I've grown so much through our friendship.
Yeah.
Like, my life is significantly improved because this woman is in my life. And we want you guys to have friends like that, too. We want you to be able to find your people. So let's dive in, talk about that for a sec.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about the first time that I ever saw you was, like, you were, like, walking down a hallway, and I was sitting somewhere talking to some other people, and I saw you, and I was like, I feel like my heart was like, her. Like, I need to meet her.
So bad, yes.
I was like, who is she? I didn't know you from anybody. Mm-hmm. I was like, I need to meet her. And, you know, ever since then, I think I remember asking one of your friends, it might have been like Adam, I was like, hey, invite her over to my house, like, just bring her over, I want to, like, meet her.
And I did. Yeah, I came over, and it was so awesome, but, sorry, my throat's, like, the point in that is that, like, you can see your people from across the room, and you can, you're something in your soul can resonate and be like, I want that one, and you should listen to that. Like, you should pursue those. That's not, like, a random, just, like, thing. If there's, like, a little ping that goes off inside of you, like, pursue that person, pay attention to that, because they might have a left off, or there's a reason that that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, growing up, I was always, like, feeling very awkward, like, I feel like I didn't get the manual on life, like, all these other girls, they have it figured out, like, they all know how to do their hair a certain way, like, they know how to dress, they know how to do whatever, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but it's because I didn't feel good about myself, necessarily, and so, like, I didn't think, like, well, why would anybody want to be friends with me, and I think a lot of people, like, feel like that, right, like, they sit there and they're like, well, why would anyone want to be friends with me? Because, and it's like, the best thing in our relationship is that, like, we always believe the best about the other person. Like, you're always, like, mirroring to me, like, you're amazing, you're this, you're that, and I'm able to, like, do the same
we,
for
like,
you.
are able to inspire each other.
Yes.
And, like, keep the wheels turning, keep constantly evolving, and we both become better people that way. And because we're showing up as, like, our true selves in our relationship, which is so great. So if you're, like, you know, walking your high school halls or whatever, your work, if you're not really, like, showing up and shining and being your true self, probably no one's going to see you from across the room and be like, I want to be friends with that person, because you're not coming and being in the fullness of who you are. So your step is to show up in the fullness of who you are and really not, like, try to climb the social ladder and play the game and, like, suck up to the right people. You can do that, but you're going to have kind of empty friendships. And you're probably going to be friends with a bunch of backstabbers who gossip, and, like, we're trying to get, like, to the core, to the good stuff. Like, there's such an alternative. If your friendship world is just all about, like, using people to get what you want, or you feel like you're a pawn in their system, that's not right. Like, there's a better way, you guys. And we were talking about one of the ways that we ended up finding each other and connecting was because we didn't judge each other based on the fact that we were in these, like, different lifestyle areas. You were married, you were in your 30s, you had 3 children, and I was like, I'm a touring musician.
I know.
And that could have, like, if we would have had all these ideas about each other, like, stereotyping each other beforehand, we would have totally shut each other off to all this awesomeness. So I'm not saying that you're, like, going to become best friends with somebody, like, crazy, like your high school librarian or whatever, but the point is, don't discriminate based on these outer circumstances.
Right.
If you feel in here, go for it.
Yeah, because you can sit there, like, I remember being in art class with this one guy, and he was, like, this, like, football star, and I just thought he was, like, you know, all about, like, sporty guy, and I'm not, like, a sporty person at all. And I remember we were in art class together, and he was doing, like, some amazing stuff, and I was like, oh,
you're creative,
like, I totally misjudged you. Like, you're an artist, and you're just, like, a football preppy guy. Like, we can be friends. And so that's another big thing, is just not, like, prejudging people just on the outer appearance. You don't want to be judged on your appearance.
Yeah.
You want to be judged on who you are. Everybody wants to be known for who they really are. Like, that's the one thing I know with you. I can call you anytime, and just be like, here I am. And you're like, I love you, I accept you.
Yep.
Like, that means so much to me because I'm just showing up just as myself. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm not trying to impress her.
Right.
She's not trying to impress me. We're just, like, showing up. And so we can cut through all the bullshit where it's like, hey, I'm trying to be something.
I'm trying to make you like me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, just like having security in a relationship is a big freaking deal. If you're analyzing, I just said that, I wonder what she thinks. Like, get vulnerable. Put your heart out there. Generally, when you're vulnerable with somebody, they will reward you by also being vulnerable. Yeah. So I open up, I share something that's like maybe kind of embarrassing or something I'm not sure about myself, and someone else can be like, me too, and we relax, and it's like, okay, good, this is a real relationship. Yeah. If your relationships are feeling phony and fake and forced, it's maybe because you're not showing up in the fullness of who you are. So, like, that's, yes, you can have self-expression, like, yes, express yourself on the outside the way that you feel on the inside so people can find you quicker, you know, but don't make it all about that, like, really show up in the fullness of who you are, and I think you will kind of, like, just attract, I know that sounds so, like, law of attraction, but people will find you, they will come into your life, and then you will have so much gold out of that, like, I have so much gold in my life from this girl.
And the other thing is just, like, kindness and compassion, like, hey, you see somebody,
don't be a jerk.
Be kind. Be compassionate. You know, maybe that person's having the worst day ever, and you saw her in the bathroom, and she's just like, you know, crying, but she's not in your group or whatever. Talk to her. Yeah. Go find out what's going on. You know, like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there.
I would not have done that in high school. I would not have been brave enough.
I know. It's
I don't
scary.
think I would have. No.
It's scary, but I think.
Like, that's the kind of person that you want to be.
Yeah.
Is like the person that helps people, loves people, and isn't always so in your own head thinking about yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So we just wanted to share with you guys today, like I said, like so much gold and joy out of this one person. And so it just makes me think about like you, if you can maybe find one person that can just change up your whole life, change up your whole mindset. So much of the way that I think and create has changed because of interacting with one person that is just so inspiring to me, and your people are out there. So I know sometimes if you don't have people like that in your life, you can be like, oh, that must be nice, Ariel, and you're like, shut up, I don't really care, because this isn't happening in my life. But I just want to inspire you that they are out there waiting for you, and you show up in your fullness, you be brave, you talk to people, you don't be afraid to make the first initial connection and, like, introduce yourself, and just be brave. You got this. Yeah. Cool. That's what we got for you. I gotta actually get back on the road, head back to Nashville. I got some cool musical endeavors coming up, some secret stuff that you at home don't know about yet that you'll be finding out about. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my patrons for making today's episode on Jess's Porch happen. And I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.